Today we're gonna be making something known as the Vieux Carre, and I think it's French for the French Quarter.
Sounds pretty damn French to me.
Yep. If you like Nola, you want to be here.
Sounds pretty classic.
Save 15% off at awesomedrinks.com. Coupon code CMC215.
Welcome to Cognac Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. I've got with me Ian Andrews, and I was just totally thinking about talking about tape nipples again.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes your mind goes there. I'm sorry I influenced you.
So, I like to stick to our...
It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to stick to Friday's episodes being kind of classic if I can. So this is a kind of classic recipe. This is called the Vieux Carre cocktail. Not Vieux Carre the absinthe, but a cocktail called the Vieux Carre, built in the 1930s in New Orleans. We've been there.
We've been to the hotel that this was created at.
It's named after the French Quarter. It is created at the Carousel Bar, which is in the Hotel Monteleone, and you can sit there and...
It's so cool.
And it's called because,
yeah. The bar literally rotates within the bar.
Now,
really slowly.
Yeah,
so that
really
nobody
slowly.
gets hurt.
No, but
it's super slow.
Or nobody throws
but
up.
At the same
you
time,
don't even notice.
You do when you're the guy standing behind the person at the bar because there's not enough seats. Remember, we'd be sitting there talking to people,
oh, yeah,
and you gotta keep walking. You gotta keep making the step sideways, and every now and then it's like you're talking about 10 seconds later, you take a little step,
just a little side step.
You take a little side step. You take a little side, and what is it? 20 minutes?
Keeps
about a 20 minutes to make a full 360.
Yeah.
So for those 20 minutes, you're slowly sidestepping yourself until you make it to the other side. But it always keeps things fresh. You're always literally looking at a different perspective.
You are. You get a different background every couple minutes.
So that's kind of neat. And other than that, you're looking at 3/4 ounce of rye, 3/4 ounce of cognac, 3/4 ounce of sweet vermouth. So all equal portions with that. 1 bar spoon of Benedictine. I know I also like to pull this recipe because I knew he likes Benedictine.
So good.
I like Benedictine.
It's got 2 dashes of Peychaud bitters, a dash of Angostura bitters, Peychaud bitters, a New Orleans kind of heritage.
Which right down the street from the hotel we were staying was the original location of the Peychaud shop.
Right. You could go to Sazerac House, the coffee house, which the coffee house back in the day also meant place you get alcohol. And then a cherry garnish. I don't have a cherry garnish.
Should you do it?
Yeah, but I don't.
There's nothing in there.
Oh, there's nothing in there.
I don't know. No, there's cherries in here.
Oh.
I just don't know if I have a stick.
Stick. You want one of these?
Like what? Ow. Ugh. You want to just put it... Oh, what are we putting this in here? I was in a little... I was going to put it on a garnish stick. Fuck it. I don't have any more garnish sticks over here. I'm not going to get them.
And we also went to a... when we were at Tales of the Cocktail, we went to a thing with... what was the guy's name? Pierre Ferrand or something like that, who owns a cognac company.
Where's my tongs? I threw them. Did I throw them?
Did you throw them at someone?
I don't think I threw them.
Oh, stuff ends up in weird places with us.
Here's a set.
So 2 dashes Angostura. 2 dashes Peychauds. Let's see if I can match that dash there. Boom.
Yeah, I know. I should put those in a dasher.
Same bottle with a dasher.
Yeah.
So let's go with ice strained into old fashioned.
Boom!
And
submitted by Steve.
You want to tell me a little something about those old fashioned glasses? Like where you might be able to get them?
You can get these wide old fashioned glasses at awesomedrinks.com, and you can get the ice there too, and then you get a complete set.
You get the ice there? You can sell the ice?
The ice maker.
Just
ice
saying.
Glass. The ice trays can be purchased.
Can you get these flasks?
I'll ship you the ice, but it'll only give you water. You can get the flasks. This is cross hatching. This cross hatching is known as Yare or Yare. So that's a Yare mixing glass.
How about the bitters? Where would you get the bitters that go in this cocktail?
The bitters? Oh, you can get those at awesomedrinks.com.
Did you get those at Awesome Drinks too also?
Yeah. Now we have these, but they have the newer logo. This is the old classic logo. Retro logo.
Retro.
These ones are a little cheaper. The Yare are laser etched.
Where would you get
carved,
your julep strainers? Do you have those at Awesome Drinks also?
I do.
Okay. So pretty much
this is like a marketing
you need to make the drink, you can get at Awesome Drinks.
Aside from all the alcohol, yeah.
Aside from the alcohol. Yeah. Okay, that's where I was going with this.
Yep. You can totally do everything you just said, and it's not a lie.
It's a Vieux Carre. Look at that.
That is now.
It's an attractive looking drink. I'm not gonna lie.
I think there was some more history behind it.
There's gotta be more history.
No, it was one of the cocktails we did was a hybrid. Or is it this one? I think this might be the hybrid. No,
this is
not. No, but there was a cocktail. Maybe we never did it, or we did it. That was a hybrid of a Sazerac and a Manhattan. I think it was the first one we did.
Oh, the Remember the Man?
No, the first one.
Oh.
He doesn't remember the first one.
Whatever that drink we did on the other Friday.
been a lot of drinks.
I know. It's
My eyes are getting closey.
not closey.
Closing.
There you go. That's a T-shirt. My eyes are getting closey.
Everybody out there knows what I mean. Come on.
Well, we've done like 7 episodes.
Well,
Yeah.
put that in your mouth.
And I had a couple other drinks too. So
He started drinking earlier.
you know what? I'm an
Pre-gaming.
overachiever sometimes. I like to
Pre-game.
do my research.
He likes to pregame, and when Ian pregames, the only pregames are the hardest of alcohols. He is Ian Andrews,
Ba, ba, ba. The least interesting man in the world.
the least interesting man in the world.
The most least interesting man in the world.
Maybe I had to put that on your thing. The least interesting man in the world.
Yeah, you should do that.
So, quotes,
I like it.
quotes, the least interesting man in the world.
Do it.
I gotta remember.
I can tell you about my stamp collection and the time that I visited Mount Rushmore. I'm the least interesting man in the world.
Does this have vermouth? Yeah, it does. This drink definitely brings a lot more sweet vermouth action.
It does, yeah.
Than the last one. I blame that on the fact that there isn't 2 ounces of rye in this one, like there was in the other one, which means
Well,
it's not as rye heavy. It's got a lot more
But it has the
balance
cognac
of
also,
everything.
so it's got
Yeah, that's true.
the same amount of rye as,
Almost like a
of
red
rye
wine
as
flavor,
vermouth,
too.
but then again the same amount of cognac as vermouth. So I mean,
All equally portioned, balanced
Yeah.
completely differently. Definitely has more of like a hybrid red wine meets whiskey.
and there's a little bit of the herbalness from the Benedictine. You get
Yep.
the bitters are in there. Obviously, you get
It's definitely an interesting drink. For somebody who's not interesting, this is definitely an interesting. So there you go.
I didn't change my shirt this time.
Oh, you know he's been drinking.
I'm
His eyes are getting closey.
closey. I'm forgetting stuff. My shirt's getting not changed. Eyes are getting closey.
It's good. I like it. It's definitely more of a classic drink. I would say 1. It's got a lot of
definitely
action.
a classic drink.
There's a lot of different flavors playing around. You
It's
get the
complex.
herring. You get all the different the bitters
say
playing
herring?
in. The herring, or the Benedictine.
I was gonna say this.
No, the other one had herring. It's been a long night.
I got time for
My
that.
eyes are getting closey.
Your mouth's getting talky.
My mouth's getting talky in a weird way. No, my mouth's always talky.
This is true.
I like
You're
it.
the most talky man.
I am like a walkie-talkie.
You are.
But you don't have to push your button.
You also walk.
That's true.
You have buttons to push.
But if you look at the rye drinks we've done over the last week, or for us the last night,
Yes.
all the different ones, I think the other ones. Remember, the main was good.
Yep.
I think the other one was a little bit better.
The shark cocktail.
No, I wasn't even thinking that one, but that's another good one. Oh, you have them all right there. What was
Remember the
first
main was
cocktail?
really good.
Yep.
The
It's not the red heaven doesn't count. That's not.
that doesn't count.
That was
Scofflaw.
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 I think the
Classic cocktail.
Scofflaw
Very good.
was good. I like
liked
the
it a lot.
Scofflaw a little bit better than this. This is a different style of drink. It's a little bit more herbal. It has more of the different nuanced herbs playing in.
Yes.
Where the Scofflaw and the others are more driven on that rye.
It had the sweet and the bitter, which made you want to drink more.
But
this,
that was a rye with other flavors kind of complementing it,
Yes.
right? This is rye is a flavor along with a large complement of flavors.
it's not the dominant flavor.
Right.
It's-
There is no dominant flavor in this drink that I can find.
Well, I
Maybe
mean-
the vermouth. And even though it has the same portions, it definitely has a little bit of a vermouthy play. If you don't like vermouth, or if you don't
maybe
have
the
a good vermouth, it will probably impact the Vieux Carre.
I mean, you get a.
I can see totally
everything.
drinking that at the Carousel Bar, though.
Oh, totally, yeah.
That, and then a Sazerac,
Carousel
and then a
Bar is cool,
Scofflaw.
man.
All of those back to back, you can experience a
I feel
whole
like
level
I'm
of
more
cocktail.
interesting for having been to the Carousel Bar, though.
I know, doesn't you feel like, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, we've done that.
That's awesome.
I feel happy that I know about that elevator.
The elevator. She's happy
The
she
back
knows about
elevator.
The back elevator.
So you don't get the.
You don't get stuck with all
You don't get
the,
stuck with everybody at the front elevator.
with all the sheeple.
Where it's always full because we're on like the.
If you go to
Yeah.
the Carousel
Top
Bar
floor.
and you're staying in the hotel, there's an elevator that's towards the front of the Carousel
There's
Bar.
one in the lobby,
in the back.
and then there's one in the back.
Yeah, the one in the back that everybody uses, because there's 2 of them.
And if you're feeling energetic, there's a staircase.
Yeah, we're always like way up.
gonna do
You're
that.
on the 4th floor. I would do the 4th floor.
You know what?
I don't mind running
I've
stairs.
never been in the Hotel Monteleone when there wasn't a conference, so I don't even know what it would be like on a normal day.
Right? I'm sure it's always busy. It's New Orleans. There's always something going down downtown.
So it's
Yeah.
something in New Orleans?
Block off
Oh,
bourbon.
question of the day.
Question of the day. Fire away.
What? You were
What?
like totally all knew what you were
I
gonna
said
say.
remember it, and neither of you did, but I think I did.
Remember the
what
man.
city would you like to visit to do a pub crawl?
Oh, you're right.
If you want to do a pub crawl, what city would that be in? Anywhere in the world.
There's so many great cities. We're gonna do one in New York,
New York.
at some point.
Yeah, we need to go to
We
New
get-
York. We gotta
Do
map
the
it
Dead
out.
Rabbit. And...
We gotta do
Booker
it.
Dax,
We gotta do it without Curtis though, because Curtis is gonna make it into a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to just go and
Curtis.
drink.
We have 15 minutes here. We have to get a drink fast.
And I always have to walk with a scowl on my face
Right.
and look like I hate the world.
Curtis
well, you can't
is
be hipster
on
if you don't
a
do that.
mission when it
Yes.
comes to pub crawls.
Gotta enjoy it. I, mean,
I
it's
want to
really
just, you know what? If I have 7 places to hit and we get to number 5 and we're like, this is too damn good, we'll do it again later. And
We'll continue later.
Right.
You know what? Boston is a great city for
pub crawl?
bar crawls. It is. There's so many great bars in Boston.
Really? I guess there
I
probably
could
is. They're
name a
just
shit ton of them, but I'm not gonna.
no, but they're not. See, the way I see it is the Boston bars that people know about are all Bostonians that go. These are the places to go.
Yeah.
Where New York, there are known places.
Right.
Like
Or-
the drink is known in Boston
New Orleans.
around
There's
the
good
world.
places in New Orleans.
New Orleans has bars that are known around the world.
Yeah.
Carousel Bar being one, but New York tends to have like more of those. You can hit them. I think if you were to pub crawl through New York, or pub crawl through.
I say Boston because I've been to a bunch of bars in Boston and
Right.
I'm familiar with them, so maybe that's.
But at the
I'm
same time,
influenced, but
going
they're
to New
good
York,
bars.
when you go to a New York bar, and there's tons of them, you're going there. They've all got their own thing going on, and that would be fun. Like for us, because
Yeah.
it's not that much work to
No.
get there and do that. But going on a pub crawl in say Heidelberg or Hamburg, Germany, or someplace like that. Now, not only is it different because there's different drinks, but the culture is completely different.
Yeah.
Everything is
Totally.
different. The only issue I could see with that is most of the beers, if you're in the same city, are going to probably be common.
Right.
You know, unless you hit places that all have their own custom beers, which can totally happen if you hit the right places.
Especially out there, yeah.
But if you're doing cocktails as opposed to beer, you can get a broader range in a smaller region.
okay.
Beer's very regional, but if you're in one city, you're going to get the same big beers throughout that region. Typically.
And what do you think the world will be like in 100 years?
The world will be
all
like in
gonna be
100
dead.
years. I think.
We're gonna kill ourselves
It's
off.
gonna
There's
be
gonna be
much
no
less
America
interesting.
because we're going into the ground.
Oh, everybody will be dead? you
No,
think?
I think America's got more than 100 years.
You think?
Probably. I mean, dude, it takes 30 years to make one change in government. So that's 2 changes.
We're 2 changes away from elimination. Come on.
I don't know. We'll all be speaking Chinese.
By the way, that's 3. 30 years. 5 by 100. That's
I
3.
thought
Yeah.
we established the fact that I'm not good at math.
Okay, that's why I'm here.
All right.
I'm here to.
Even with his closey eyes, he's better at math.
Yeah, my close eyes.
Yeah, when your closed-eyed friend is better than you at math, that's a problem.
You close your eyes, don't lie.
That's right.
Isn't that an Eagle song?
No.
Lion eyes.
Yeah. It's all because he's got closed eyes. He's
Philly.
going to Hotel California.
Philly would be a great.
I've been there. I've done pub crawls in Philly.
I could see that being really
No.
fun. Because then you just grab some
Steakhouse.
cheesesteaks.
They got
and go.
more
cheesesteak
per
crawls.
capita.
Cheesesteak crawl, yeah.
Cheesesteak
Fun
crawl.
fact from the chat room was they have more
Who?
bars per capita.
Who?
Oh. You know,
Good bars. Good bars.
you know who's got a lot of bars?
Well-known bars.
Jamaica. There's 2 bars for every church because the women go to church and there's a bar on either side for the men.
Yeah, but they're all the same.
Pittsburgh has the most bars per capita in America.
I know, but it's not really about per bar, per capita, per everything.
That's like quality of bar.
I want to
like
be able to go to historically
variety.
accurately known places, Rainbow Room, places that people have heard of,
Yeah.
and you're like, I want to say I went there. If I was at a bar in Pittsburgh and I said, I went to so-and-so, nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. It loses...
Possibly.
It's still a great tour. It's still a great
Right.
thing to do. But the first one would be I want to
wanna be
hit
able to tell
all
people
the...
that.
Yeah, I want to be able to tell people that. That's what it comes down to. I just want to tell
I want
people.
to have a good experience.
Yeah.
I don't care if
I want to be
people
able to
know.
brag.
I just want to
I know,
brag.
right?
No. I just want to brag.
Brag.
We have a show. It's like you gotta
okay.
you gotta
Well,
brag.
that makes sense. Okay,
Right?
fair enough.
And then we'll go.
That's his
New York,
story.
In that case-
right to
Sticking to
Pittsburgh.
it.
I'm going to Tortola next week. I'm
Well, I'm not. I'm gonna be.
there right
But
now.
you need
probably.
to drink lots of rum.
There's gonna be a lot of painkillers,
There
and
you
everything's
go.
gonna have a float of rum on top of it. That's how it works.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We're going to that place we went there last time, the Soggy Dollar Bar. It's the originator of the painkiller.
So he's gonna have no
I
pain,
love painkillers.
So
moderate cirrhosis.
That was a messed up statement.
What?
Just isolate that. She loves painkillers.
I love painkillers.
Says the girl with a boot on her foot.
Yeah.
I love this. Anyway, I know what you love. You love going, hey, when is this going to end? Right now. It's done. So you're going to go to Austin Drinks. You're going to get a white old fashioned. That's going to go to everydaydrinkers.com. You're going to see some old videos that it posted a while ago. Then you're going to go to youtube.com/everydaydrinkers. If you're like, when's the live stream? I need to know exactly what it's going to be. You want to go to facebook.com/cocktailtv because that's where I keep all my stuff for status updates.
And you know
no
what?
live stream next.
Speaking of
No
someone
live stream.
No, wait. I think this is
never mind.
Disregard that.
Speaking of someone who's subscribed to his Facebook channel,
He subscribes to it.
I do, so I know what's going on.
He fanned me.
I fanned him. Every day that we do the live stream, you're like, live stream's happening, we're doing it at this time. Yep. And then like right before the live stream, you're like, getting ready to start the live stream.
And if there's any issues, I'm like, having issues with
the live stream. And then when we're done, we're like, he's like, thanks everybody for showing up at the live stream. And
here's the live stream.
Here's the live stream. So you know what's going on. So
right, the rebroadcast.
It keeps you aware.
You got everything you need on the face. That's it. We're teaching you how to drink.
Isn't that good? That's really good.
It tastes like flowers.
It's something.
What?
It reminds me of a different drink. I can't put my finger on it.
It tastes. You know what? It almost has like a.
Grenadine and